Good morning. Yes, to you too, boss. It is 8:52 a.m. on Sunday, the 19th of June, 2022. I've just finished watching my videos from yesterday back. Yesterday was a weird day. I've become so much better at not having days like yesterday, so I'm not totally sure what happened. I think it was the whole reading something on Reddit about mums and triggering myself about really missing my mum and wanting to tell her that how much I love her, and yet just knowing that more than likely I will be rejected, which isn't going to help me in any level. So yeah, I definitely think I did that to myself. I woke up thinking and dreaming about, well, not dreaming, I woke up and the first thought that came to my mind was Eckhart Tolle and what I've read from him. And I realized exactly what I was doing and what I continue to do and what it is that I'm learning not to. I have not come up with a mantra as yet, probably because most of the ones that I've thought of are either written on my walls or tattooed on me, and they clearly don't obviously have the same effect that the high isn't worth the low that I use with the whole getting off ice thing. I am going to really try to end my videos, or at least at some point in my videos, share what it is that helps me. Because besides the fact that I do this so you know you're not alone, I think I really do need to focus more on the good and more on the coping mechanisms than on the bad. And that's been coming through loud and clear from work. I definitely just overthought everything yesterday, which was so silly because I'd already told myself that I was going to have all of Friday in bed doing nothing, literally sleeping, like sleeping and watching TV the whole day because I was wrecked from all the practice, all the work, all flying up and back in a day. Like, it was intense how much shoot we did, yeah? But yesterday, besides the whole, triggering myself with my mum and not walking my dog, I had a lovely day, and it was through watching my videos that I seen what I did. I'm going to take Boss to the dog park today. That's happening, yep. I am going to write myself a to-do list. I wrote a blog about that yesterday because I am a person who achieves so much more with a to-do list. And because I really do want to complete one of my units this trimester, I've decided, because I've realized that, fingers crossed everyone, that the permits that I need for this house will mean that I've got hopefully at least another few months, right? Which means I've got 4 units left, and there's trimester 2, trimester 3, trimester 1, and then trimester 2 next year, right? So it makes more sense to do 1 per trimester than none now, and then 1 in T3, 1 in T3, and 2 next year. So I'm hoping to do 1 at a time. And considering I've already got the textbook and the notes and stuff, and I've already started reading, though I always talk about how far behind I am and not how much I've actually done, which again is another thing I need to change. I do feel like I could do this. I've got this. Realizing that what will be in the future is what will be, and everything will happen according to how it happens, is and has helped me release so much of the stress about the grades of my units. What'll be was what'll be, yeah? I don't want to be a registered psychologist who works in a clinician role, and I don't have the energy to be a researcher, or either or for that matter. I truly believe I'm here to tell stories. The good, the bad, the in-between, the ugly, all the lots of it, yeah? And I'm so open to all of you. Abel, your comment was beautiful. Thank you. You are right. I absolutely need to hydrate more. I've tried everything from buying the 2-litre water bottles to the apps on my phone to, honestly, I've written on my wall right behind my my water filter fountain thing. Yeah. None of it's working. Again, multiple things I need to put in place. I spend most of my time drinking coffee soft drink or juice, which I know isn't good for me. So, working on it. I haven't had cigarettes or any kind of smokes since 21 days, so that's pretty cool. The weed smoking, I'm still always going to be okay with that. The bong, on the other hand, I'm at the point where I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to do with it the same as what I did with my ice pipes, which is smash them. With my ice pipes, I remember I put them in a bag so that like the pieces wouldn't go everywhere, and I put them on my kitchen floor, and then I just jumped up and down on them until they were broken. And I'm starting to think that might be the same case with my bong. But on saying that, like, I had some there yesterday and I ended up just putting it away. I was just like, yeah, no, gross. I don't want this. Excuse me. But yeah, like yesterday, I did achieve stuff. I mean, can't probably tell now, but I actually did wash my hair, you know, that's a thing. Changed the sheets on my bed. Yeah, I didn't get everything done, but it's like, who cares, right? Focus on what I have done. Brudalan, I have no idea if I'm saying your name correctly or not, but I really, really hope you had a fantastic night last night. Big happy birthday to you. I'm very sorry I couldn't make it, but I think for everyone's sake it was the right thing. And yeah, so I'm going to stop complaining about spending a lot of time alone because that's absolute bullshit. I mean, it is and it isn't, but I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm not alone. I'm not lonely. I do have friends. Just that most of my friends are like full-time workers or have a family or have a kid or have a partner or all of the above. So it's a little bit different than my situation, right? Because I don't work full-time and I don't study full-time, obviously I've got a lot more hours available to me, which then heightens the amount of time I spend alone. But I actually enjoyed my time. Like, Grant invited me to his house yesterday. He's invited me to his house today. You know, go to the market and out for a beer or whatever. So it really isn't like I don't have friends. I don't know what I'm going to do today. It's only just hit 9 o'clock. It is freezing outside from what I can tell. Yeah, weather says it's 7 degrees. That sounds about right. I've got my heater heating up everything, so that's cool. I woke up at 8, nice and awake and fresh, and I was like, I'm getting up. Well, I'm awake. So when I started watching my videos. But yeah, I think for my own sake, I need to just take my own advice. And you know, like the advice I was getting yesterday was from my teammate who went to Brisbane with me. And she literally said everything that I would say to the next person. And I know this because I know it's true and correct. I do know how to rise above stuff. My life is really good. I'm very lucky. To achieve things, I need to write to-do lists. That's the kind of person I am, and that's okay. I need and want to get my house sorted because, again, still have no idea what's going on. Really hoping that with everything that I've been told so far, it will be a few months, like I've said. But I have shit to do. There's a massive enclosure out the back in my shed. As I've mentioned, I want a pet tarantula, but I don't have it in me to put a pet in an enclosure because I think it's wrong. I feel guilty enough for Sebastian as it is. So I've got to clean that out and put that up to sale. And the same with other shit that I don't need, sort through my clothes. There's like a huge amount of stuff to do. And as I've said, tomorrow is when the timetable opens. I've got therapy, I've got heaps on. Plenty to keep me busy and out of my head. So there's that. I really am trying to come up with a simple, easy mantra. I mean, the one that I always use is the one that's on my arm. Everything happens for the sake of your higher self, which is true. And I fully believe that. It just doesn't seem to help me sometimes. Though I think it's helping me better and better, especially the more people in my life that understand me and talk the same language as me. I was quite surprised by the end of the day on Thursday. just how much my team and I had shared with each other. All real boundaries have gone out the window in that regard. If there was ever going to be a time that I was going to disclose this website, like early on, it would have been then, but I decided no, not to, and I am happy about that. I finally see what everyone else has been saying. I mean, yeah, like I said, there's just, I don't know, like I've got crazy dreams happening. Mr. X is in all of my dreams, obviously. I say obviously like you're all aware, but I would say given how long I've been doing this now, 172 days, and my website's been open for a year and a half, you know, but I'm not lonely. And the only real reason I could think of that I would break my celibacy to myself, truthfully, is if I did what I did with my neighbour, which is be like, oh my God, have my ego and lust and desires take over when I'm attracted to someone and just let everything else fly the fucking window. And I don't really want that. What I would like, truthfully, if we're talking about that, is for my vibrators to charge, but it does appear that all of them have been dying and the fucking chargers aren't working. I don't know what's going on there. There's going to be something teaching me. Oi! Boss is losing it, as we can tell. Oi! Hey, bossy boss. I should just hang up this camera because he's like fucking making so much noise, but I'm not totally finished yet. Boss! But we're aware my dog needs to go to the dog park. Thankfully, the dog park. Oi! Baby, come on! Oh, he's sad, guys. Let's see if I can fix this. Come on, bossy boss. What's happening? There's nobody here, you silly bugger. Come on. Oh, he's like jumping up, guys, on like his like hind feet. Hi, baby. All right, so obviously, as we're all aware, and we can hear. Hopefully he's out that way. Come on. He's like going crazy, which is, in all fairness, understandable. Boss, can it please stop? So I'm thinking what I'll do, I guess, in that regard then would be I really want to vacuum my house. Starting to think maybe vacuuming might be better to do when we get back. Grant's just messaged me. I know he wants to go to the market and go out for a beer. And there might be, boss, stop! Let's see if I can just fix this, because I really need him to shift. No, you've got to stop. Hey. Boss, come on. Come on. How's you go? And goodbye. Let's solve that problem. Just until at least I finish talking to myself. Yeah, guys. And all of you. He's losing his mind, but that's all right. All right, so. Oh, sorry. If you weren't so loud. Now. All right. I'm just making a video. Might be a nice day to go out. It might be good. I don't know. But my point is, I just wanted to make a video and say, look, I've watched my videos from yesterday. I am feeling like myself. Very aware of the fact that I keep doing this to me. Yesterday I had a lovely day. Besides the little part where I freaked out, cried, and then my teammate was messaging me, and I was in that mood, and I was trying to just say I was fine or whatever, and then I was honest and I was like, oh, I've written a couple of messages, but I keep deleting them, and she's like, just send it, and so I did, and I was like, oh fuck it, I think he's opened the spare door. And then, yeah, but it didn't last long, and in those moments, I just have to fucking remember, I was going to say to keep it to myself, but I truly do believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm pretty sure I got this message sent to me for a reason, because I needed to hear it, because I still couldn't really remember what was going on with that cab driver, because I remember getting in the car, I was exhausted, I was in fucking ecstatic, huge pain. This campus is on this these hills that are like so steep. It was unbelievably hard to walk up and down with the fucking suitcase. And I was just past it, and it'd been such a fuck around, and our flight was leaving in 55 minutes, and we were still on campus at this point. And the two of them were like, trying to get him to accept stuff. And all I remember thinking or saying was something like, oh, I just don't want to miss the flight or something. I don't fully remember, but not fully remembering exactly what I said and then being blamed for everything, obviously, has been fucking with my head. And I said it to my teammate yesterday, and she was like, you didn't fuck up. She was like, it wasn't anything to do with you. She was like, it was clearly on him. And because I'd already said, one of my lessons in life is the fact that I'm triggered by being blamed for stuff I haven't actually done. Both of them were like, especially her, she was like, it's clearly just a test. She's like, you know as well as I do, the universe is going to keep testing you with the same thing over and over and over again until it doesn't affect you. And, well, being blamed for stuff I haven't done very much affects me. So I'm aware of that, and I'm glad that I can see that. And she did. She reminded me of all the things that I can do and that I have done and that I am helping, and that helped me feel better. But yeah, I'm feeling good. So that's nice. After I've uploaded this, I'm going to call Grant. And then I'll see where my day takes me. But for now, I'm good. I think I'm going to hold on to what Eckhart Tolle says, which is we are not our thoughts. So that's just going to be my mantra in the meantime. I am not my thoughts. Hopefully, if any of you out there need some help remembering that, that's a good one for the moment. As I keep thinking of them, I will keep sharing. We are not our thoughts is a very important one. Lying on my bed watching Sex and the City yesterday didn't cause any problems anywhere except for what was in my head and what I caused to myself. So hopefully by the fact that I share all of this stuff, I can help others in some way. But yeah. And I'm happy to give out my messenger name on an email. I've checked my emails. All right, I've only gotten emails from a few people. Rory, haven't received any from you. If you've sent one, they haven't come through. Abel, they haven't come through, okay? So, yeah, please feel free. lifesastory11@gmail.com. That's me for now. Bye.